The regions of the former Eastern Bloc have undergone a profound social and urban transformation. Despite significant changes, many buildings from the Cold War era remain. The current state of these buildings varies widely. They are still in use, have been built over, or are vacant and decaying. Some of them have become lost places. As such, they may be of interest to those seeking adventure or find pleasure in the aesthetics of photography. However, younger generations are generally unaware of their historical significance.
We developed a step-by-step guide to make people aware and ask questions about the still visible layers of the past. Surviving buildings lead to questions about the historical factors shaping the present and the current relevance. Is there a new Cold War? What about mental traces in the older generations? The following is based on the Pirna in the Cold War project. 26 steps will take you and your participants from the first traces found in your local or regional context to stories about their Cold War history and their relevance today. These A to Z recommendations must be adapted to your specific needs and limitations.
The first 4 steps are preparational work by the project management. You need to define the object of investigation, specify location and time period. For example, 1945 to 1990, Pirna and surroundings. Go ahead and research existing locations, literature, online information and images. Also, identify historians, city guides, other experts such as architects, military personnel, contemporary witnesses, eyewitnesses. Contact and inform them about the project and request whether they are available for an interview conducted by your participants. With this first round of research done, you will next conceptualize a starting point, be it the kickoff to a project, a slot in your lesson plans or an anniversary or Memorial Day.
For this start, you will have to provide basic introduction and contextualization. Inform participants about the project schedule, best to provide dates and steps. Introduce the Cold War. Name and explain central dates and events, actors, ideologies, alliances and system confrontation. Maps, video sources, for example propaganda films. Of course, written sources and descriptive texts are suitable for this purpose as well. Show relevant places and buildings on a prepared map. Providing information about sites, former functions and historical time frame will help young people to make choices about their object of study. Ask participants about their choice. The young people decide on the form of interaction and cooperation. You then introduce the basics of object photography: light, time of day, angle, perspective, filter selection, photographic technique.
After that, your group is ready for the photo exploration. On a fixed date, the young people meet in the chosen social form and explore the object and the surrounding area. It may be possible to speak to residents on site and obtain information about the object under study. A separate interview appointment can be the result of this dialogue. The photos taken will be selected and edited by the participants. Later on, the selection of images is sent digitally to the project management.
The next step is for the participants to conduct oral history interviews, do further research and start text production. The project management provides the young people with the identified contemporary witness contacts. The participants contact the interview partner and arrange an interview or meeting. Before the interview, a questionnaire must be prepared. This does not predict the course of the interview but is essential for your own preparation. The intergenerational exchange takes place directly face-to-face, by telephone or in a video conference. The content of the conversation is closely documented. The report or story is compiled based on the student's own research, the content conveyed and the interview with a contemporary witness. It is a genuine historical production. The result is submitted to the project management after completion.
The 5th step is a not to be underestimated intermediate phase. This is faux feedback, reflection and adjustments. After the project management has read, corrected and commented on the reports or stories, the young people receive these texts back. The working groups decide which specific materials will be selected for the target product, an online map, and in what form they will be published. Finally, it is about transferring work results to the final product.
A working group, that is a subgroup of participants, integrates the selected results via an online input mask. In our view, the ARCGIS Story Map service has proved its worth. Project management accompanies, moderates and controls the entire transfer process and tests the site for accuracy and functionality. The project comes to an end by a concluding reflection. Reflect on the work process in terms of content, emotion and social aspects. What was learned? What knowledge was deepened? How did the young people feel during the work process? Were there any stressful situations or difficult group processes? At which points in the process did the division of labor work well, and what were the reasons for this?
Discuss open historical questions and uncertainties. What were the young people unable to reconstruct conclusively? In which formulations in our stories did the young people have to remain vague or undefined? Related to this, what are the limits of historiographical working methods and resources? Think about possible follow-up projects and publication opportunities. What relevance do the results have? Which target groups can be reached based on which needs? Which channels and platforms are suitable for transporting our content? Last but not least, what about the relevance to the present? How do the findings influence our view of current political and social problems? Which connections are still valid today and help us to find multi-causal answers to current and future questions?
Please do keep in mind that when the work is done, no forget to inform partners, especially interlocutors, about your findings and published results. It is an important step in showing gratitude for their availability and to share knowledge.